1:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The Ministerial Subcommittee appointed by the government has provided solutions for 10 proposals out of the 11 submitted by the teacher trade unions. It is regrettable that a positive response has not been shown by the unions. The Principals and Teachers Alliance has informed principals and teachers to report for duty at schools on the 25th of this month. Sri Lanka receives another batch of Pfizer vaccines. More allocations will be made for village development. In foreign news, Kerala floods in India kill at least 24 persons as rescue operations continue. The Ministerial Subcommittee, appointed by the government to provide solutions for the demands of teacher unions, have been given solutions for 10 proposals out of the 11 submitted by the trade unions. But Minister Mahinda Amaravira said that the subcommittee cannot solve their salary issues. The salary problem has prevailed continuously for 24 years. He also said that it is regrettable that the teacher trade unions have not shown any favourable response to the government's request. He made these remarks while participating at a program held in Lulugamvehara. There has been no education for children for the past 2 years due to COVID. Children in the southern province were severely affected by this problem. The education activities of the children of the north and the east and in international schools were carried out without any interruption. The government believes that teachers will begin their teaching with the commencement of schools on the 21st of this month. Meanwhile, the Sri Lanka Teachers Union said that the final decision on their duties will be taken today. In the meantime, the Principals and Teachers Alliance has informed principals and teachers to report for duty at schools with less than 200 students in the primary section on the 25th of this month, not on the 21st and 22nd of October, the trade union said. Sri Lanka today received another consignment of the US-manufactured Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. State Minister Professor Channa Jayasumana said that 608,000 doses of the vaccine purchased by the State Pharmaceutical Corporation were received this morning. With this consignment, the total number of Pfizer vaccines received by Sri Lanka has increased to 2.75 million doses. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. We continue with local news. Secretary to the Ministry of Finance, S.R. Artigala, said that more allocations will be made for the next budget for village development activities. He made this remark while participating at the Dasadesin Hatata program of the SLBC this morning. There was no economic development during the good governance period. Most of the business activities of small and medium-scale entrepreneurs have failed. Attention will also be focused on each Grama Seva division at the next budget. The Ministry of Environment says that the maritime zone from Mannar to Rameshwaran in India should be named as a high-sensitive area. The report prepared in order to educate the Cabinet has stated the necessity for the safety of this high-sensitive environment zone in the country. Currently, Indian fishermen engage in massive oceanic disaster by using banned fishing equipment in Sri Lankan territorial waters. It has also been identified that more than 3,000 Indian boats arrive in the seas illegally. In addition, the Trincomalee Maritime Zone, Galle, Mathura and Hambantota maritime areas should be named as high-sensitive oceanic zones. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, and we get on to the main news story next.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Minister Rohita Abhigunawardena said that the government is ready to listen to the voice of the farmers. Some cultivators said that they need the chemical fertilizer. He pointed out that the government always takes measures to provide solutions for any issues. 3 million litres of nitrogen liquid fertilizer are to be imported. The first stock is scheduled to reach the island tomorrow. That was the main news story. Watchlight follows.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight.
The government is considering extending the concession on payment of electricity bills to the Tourism Development Authority, registered tourist hotels and residences affected by COVID-19. Further, as a grace period was given for the sector, which ended in September. Though the shrunken tourism industry is recovering, it may take a few more months to completely recover. The Tourism Minister Prasanna Ranutunga said they are also receiving continued calls from hoteliers requesting relief, and the government will explore the possibility of extending the grace period. That was Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow.
World News.
Kerala floods in India kill at least 24 persons as rescue operations continue. Afghan girls are left in darkness by the Taliban. British Museum to display world's oldest map of stars. At least 24 people have been killed in floods in southern India after heavy rains caused rivers to overflow, cutting off towns and villages. 5 children are among the dead. There are fears the death toll could rise further as many people are missing. Several houses were washed away and people became trapped in the district of Kottayam and Kerala state. Video from the area shows bus passengers being rescued after their vehicle was inundated with flood water. Kottayam and Idukki are 2 of the worst affected districts in the state. Days of heavy rainfall has also caused deadly landslides. It's been a month since the Taliban banned girls from secondary school in most of Afghanistan. It's the only country in the world to bar half of its population from getting an education. Women, except for those in the public health sector, have not been allowed to return to work yet. The BBC's Yogita Limaye gained exclusive access to the former Women's Affairs Ministry in Kabul, now replaced by the feared Taliban's Vice and Virtue Ministry, and questioned the group's spokesman on the future for women in Afghanistan. An ancient object, thought to be the world's oldest map of the stars, is going on display at the British Museum. The Nebra Sky disk is widely believed to be 3,600 years old, dating from the Bronze Age. The bronze disc was unearthed in Germany in 1999 and is considered one of the most important archaeological finds of the 20th century. But its discovery has also been controversial, with a small number of scholars disputing its authenticity. The Nebra disc measures about 30 centimeters and has a blue-green patina emblazoned with gold symbols representing the sun, moon, stars, solstices, and other cosmic phenomena. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. Kerala floods in India kill at least 24 persons as rescue operations continue. Afghan girls are left in darkness by the Taliban. British Museum to display world's oldest map of stars. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news follows.
And now in development news.
The Hambantota International Port launched its first integrated solid waste management initiative last week on the Company Day of China Mercantile Group, CMG, the patent company of the CM Port. The initiative is a strategic approach to sustainably manage biodegradable solid waste. The process covers the source, generation, segregation, transfer, sorting, treatment, recovery, and disposal of waste in an integrated manner. That was development news. Up next is sports news.
Sports news.
Sri Lanka will play for the first qualified match on the 7th T20 World Championship tournament today. The Sri Lanka A team will compete against Namibia. Namibia has won 18 matches out of 22 T20 matches. They also won the 6 matches they competed in at the final round. For Namibia, they were on the losing side in both their warm-up fixtures against Oman and Scotland. While they have won matches in the recent past against teams like Papua New Guinea, Scotland, Uganda and the UAE before heading into the World Tournament, a contest against an experienced team like Sri Lanka will be a different ball game. Sri Lankan coach Mickey Arthur said that today's match will be a decisive one for Sri Lanka. The match is scheduled to begin at 7:30 p.m. Before that, the Netherlands and Ireland are to be played at 3:30 p.m. The SLBC is acting as the official radio of the tournament. SLBC is ready to bring a live broadcast of the match through its national sports channel. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka's first test captain, Bandula Varnapura, has passed away while receiving treatment at a private hospital in Colombo. The 68-year-old former cricket captain was hospitalized due to a heart attack. Hospital sources said that doctors were compelled to amputate his right leg as his blood sugar levels were very high. He participated at 4 test matches and 12 ODIs. That was sports news. Up next is business news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Bank of Ceylon has been appointed as a settlement bank by Lanka Clear for their interbank US dollar online payment scheme and US dollar draft online image transfer system. This selection was made through a competitive bidding process. The agreement was signed last week at the bank's head office by the two parties. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka, along with other licensed public-private commercial banks operating in Sri Lanka, own Lanka Clear, who is the operator of the National Interbank Payment Network on the island. That was business news. Economic news follows.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news.
courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
99% of business ventures in the country are based on small and medium-scale entrepreneurs. 52% of the GDP depends on it. 42% has been contributed from private jobs. 28 industries have been covered under the annual industrial monitoring at a production value of 91%. The apparel sector has created a large number of factories in the country. That was economic news. Finally, the weather report.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning. With video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
The Met Department says conditions are favourable for the formation of evening thundershowers over most parts of the island during the next 2 days beginning tomorrow. Several spells of showers will occur in the Western Province and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places elsewhere during the evening or at night. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize the damage caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. That was the weather report. To end this news broadcast, the headlines again. The ministerial subcommittee appointed by the government has provided solutions for 10 proposals out of the 11 submitted by the teacher trade unions. It is regrettable that a positive response has not been shown by the unions. The Principals and Teachers Alliance has informed principals and teachers to report for duty at schools on the 25th of this month. Sri Lanka receives another batch of Pfizer vaccines. More allocations will be made for village development. In foreign news, Kerala floods in India kill at least 24 persons as rescue operations continue. That ends this bulletin of news.